The Bible said, if the good people are in power, in authority, everything around the area will be firm. But we have the bad person, and you heard it. He said, it's people's choice, not God's choice. Do you think God will change his mind?
That's page 86 of 2015.
This is a book now, you saw it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So automatically, you don't need to interview me on this again. It has come to pass. So automatically, Buhari has no answer to Nigeria trouble. He has been contesting and been failing to go back to his village. But Tinubu said he should come and have money. Even when he was entering Tinubu's compound, he was asking Tinubu, are you selling car? He said, no, they dash it to him. Then you Fashola and the rest of them, and then the other one, the Minister for Transport, Rotimi Amechi, they were busy running up and down to make sure this. That was why they are life minister. What is a lawyer doing on road? What is Amechi doing all these days? Look at the Ibadan road, not fixed. There's nothing God want from Tinubu again. What God wants from Tinubu, there's nothing he wants again from Buhari. All the old people that in the government, they are just cock and bully people. They are night marauder, they are liars, beautiful liars. They will lie, they will never see blood in their mouth.
Honestly, I still want to really be in the church, but I want to quickly go to 2015. When you travel, sir, we were looking at your books, and we stormed on 2015, and we were so shocked. Yes, the president. Yeah, the president. Yeah, and I was shocked that some of these things are coming, because you said the Lord give kudos to Buhari for still thinking about the welfare of the masses in Nigeria. Contesting for residency is not dreadful, but time is typically against you. At this point in time, we do not need an old man like Buhari to be the president of the nation, but a young and vibrant person who can act fast to phenomenon. The time to have an old man of Buhari's caliber as president has passed. It is advisable that you be one of the elder statesmen who will enlighten the youth on how to govern the country successfully, also on how to relate with elders and tackle challenges within and outside the country. It was Senator Ted Kennedy who advised Barack Obama to contest for presidency in the United States, and Obama won the election as the first black president of the United States of America. Therefore, there are a lot of young brains around Buhari, whom he can advise to contest for the presidency and fix Nigerian right. You need to rest and take care of your house after you have worked for years in military. You do not need to die in government. Forget about Nigeria and her deluge of problems, but do the right thing by helping the country in prayer. What Buhari should do this year, you need to pray for good health. You need to pray against what can make you ill and pass away. Pray hard not to face persecution in Nigeria. Pray very hard, because if care is not taken, you may be assassinated. But to avoid this, you need to quit politics and go back home to stay with your children and families. That was 2015 prediction. You don't know how to address statistical issues, and at this time, Nigeria does not need someone who cannot handle critical circumstances that may result into dividing Nigeria. We should pray that God never use Buhari to break Nigeria if he becomes the president, because I can never see Nigeria coming together as one under Buhari's administration. The Lord says you should pray hard for your household. Then you now went, you said you had good plans for Nigeria, but you are not the awaited Messiah. That is on page 86. You should do a thorough population census so as to know the number of Nigerians to be planning for. Then you now say Buhari will win the presidential election this year, though it's the people's choice, not God's choice. First Psalm 9 and 10. The running mate to Buhari must not be picked from Ogun State if Yoruba want to get it right. That is prediction 2015. So how are you able to get it correct? Because it appears that a lot of things have gone wrong. We have the agitators now, both in Yoruba land. Chief Sunday Igboho is there. The Igbos have Nnamdi Kanu and all the rest. There are a lot of agitations here and there, and even it appears, as I'm talking to you now, the doctors are on strike in Nigeria. They've gone on strike. The president himself is in London because he's an elderly man. He's going through his health.
Wrongs.
Yes, health. Then
we call it wrongs.
Yes, then as we are seeing it, APC plans Bunu Etola Bello's removal from critical team. As interim school, there's crisis in the party, the ruling party. Then even in the police, there's crisis almost everywhere, sir. So, what do you think we need? Because you've given the prediction.
The Bible said, if the good people are in power, in authority, everything around the area will be firm. But we have the bad person. You heard it. He said, it's people's choice, not God's choice. Do you think God will change his mind?
That's page 86 of 2015.
This is a book now. You saw it.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So automatically, you don't need to interview me on this again. It has come to pass. So automatically, Buhari has no answer to Nigeria trouble.
How can we help him, sir? Because
we cannot help him because the Lord did not need him.
I want him to win.
Is he who is to come, or shall we send for another? Now that's the question we are going to throw to Nigerians. They are not the one that voted him in. It was Tinubu that brought him. The amalgamation was not right. The marriage was wrong. Just like what we have in 1914. He has been contesting and been failing, go back to his village. But Tinubu said he should come and have money. Even when he was entering Tinubu's compound, he was asking Tinubu, are you selling car? He said, no, they dash it to him. Then you Fashola and the rest of them. And then the other one, the Minister for Transport, Rotimi Amechi, they were busy running up and down to make sure this. That was why they are life minister. What is a lawyer doing on road? What is Amechi doing all these days? Look at the Ibadan road, not fixed. So automatically we should forget about it. This government is gone. We are done. The God cannot help them again. That's nothing they can do. Look at the other one that just joined Horse Puppy. A whole security man in Nigeria, having had his theft. He's just toiling with everything. Look at the other man the other day, then Abakari, the one that just died. They were just predicting what they're going to do in 2023. And look at the other one that drove himself to the hospital. Funtua. You know the amount of contract they gave to him? Hadn't been alive, but now everything has returned upside down. But look at how the Lord manners them. You remember the story of Ezerebe. You remember the story of Dikpodia. Then the strongest army officer in Ogun State. Look at him now there. The end justifies the means. They are all going to go from hero to zero. Don't bother. Leave God to finish his job. The man who started it will finish it for us. Leave God to finish his job. If anybody want to buy the book, tell them to buy and have it in the archive. Everything has come to pass. So there's nothing God want from Tinubu again. What God wants from Tinubu, there's nothing He wants again from Buhari. All the old people that in the government, they are just cock and bully people. They are night marauder, they are liars, beautiful liars. They will lie, they will never see blood in their mouth. They are just borrowing money to come and pay salary and everything. Look at what they do to the House of Assembly building because they wanted to take more money. Look at what they are doing. You know, when the house is in order, maybe the bastard sons are they've never hijacked power. Look at the whole thing. Lie versus lie. Lie versus lie. They lied to send the PDP package when they were crossing from those that crossed from PDP to APC. Are they not the same? They only rub it out to paper.
Even crossing, even Governor Benayadi.
They were still jumping, not crossing. They were still jumping. They will jump like frog when the time comes. From these people, you see, when the crowd decide to strike, you will see what happens. But do they learn anything from Zuma? Do you see Zuma in prison?
Jacob Zuma.
He is there with his t-shirt and number on his hand. If guy is not taking, all these people are still going there. They will still be there.
Because I'm surprised the level of...
Don't be surprised. Proverbs 10, Proverbs 8, Proverbs 10, 11, 12, and 13. Go and read. Then Proverbs 30. He said 3 things that the Lord hated. And then when you look at what he said in Proverbs 1 and Proverbs 4, verse 20, from 10 to 20, he said, don't go their way, don't go their route. These people will never go to bed until they cause people to fall. That's a problem.
Because you also won Lai Mohammed in prediction 2015. He said, go
Mohammed cannot listen.
Go and restructure your state. You are so fortunate that God gave you this position you occupy today. Tell your political godfathers the truth. Organize seminars among the youth to enlighten them not to sell their voting rights. Sit down and write notable and useful manifestos for your party. Advertise and educate the youth through billboard, not to be used as talks, political talk, an element of evil during the election.
Anything change?
No, sir.
He can't go home now because he already spoiled his base. And if the foundation is spoiled, who is Lai Mohammed? Who is Lai's family?
Last time in Kwara, he said we gave them vehicle, we gave them motorcycle, we gave them money for the election. I think
his father's money.
Because of he and the government.
His father's money. Why is he bragging? Bicycle for what?
They get the errata there.
But he gave his own children his in-laws and everything, government money. What happened? What is the business of Lai Mohammed before? You know, devil normally find that position is very sensitive for devil. And he has been feeding people there since time of Sukumereji. What was the work of Sukumereji the other time? The other one, he said, the Mamsa man. He said, if you are a driver, drive well until you die on the steering. If you are a cook, cook well until you cook human bone to soft.
Jerry Ghana.
And where is he now?
Maybe he's in Ghana. Where is
he? They cannot do anything. They are all liars. They are ashamed of themselves. Unless they hang on government, they cannot do anything. They are not good for good. They are not good at that statement.
I was thinking that maybe it is people that need to advise the president, because when the president came, to be honest, this man said, I'm an old man that would have loved to come younger, that by my old age.
You know, he went to prison before.
He said my old age with this.
Just only lying.
Disallowed me.
But he said again, it's not for anybody. It's not anybody's. He has come now not to represent anybody.
He said it's not for anybody.
That's respect. Bring it.
Sir, before we round up and get to this second batch, sir, the most insulting one that is happening now, sir, because either we want it or not, President Buhari might still be able to do 1 or 2 things. But look at it now. Atiku Abubakar just came out last week now. They say he's now consulting. I want to come back again for 2023. Sir, I mean, it's in the paper.
Atiku should go to Cameroon. It's from southern Cameroon. Why are you worried about Atiku?
No, they say it's coming back.
Nigerians are not dumb.
The next paper.
He cannot be. But even I can call my father. You know, my father will be 100 this month. I can even bring in one agbada and one suit. I said my father is running for presidency. With his long age, 100 years. You have the right to put a paper. And you have the right to come to the pages of newspaper that you are consulting. Don't worry about that. The way he fell the first time, he will fall again.
You mean he might not?
I think we should go back to Cameroon.
Southern Cameroon?
Yes. They've given them a state, a sovereignty. If he knows them, now he should go there. Is it do or die? We don't want any old man there. Even if care is not taken, there might not even be election by 2023. Wait and see. They are in a hurry. Some of them will be kidnapped before the time. You know, they've brought a lot of kidnappers into the country. We are now in the regime of speculation.
You mean land speculators?
Speculation regime.
Social speculation?
Yes, that's what we are now. And every day of breaking news. Nothing. We are not fixing a road. We are not buying an airplane. We are not having a national carrier. We are not having anything. We are only jumping about the rail from Ibadan to Lagos. What about the road?
Isn't they brought to Kano jets to fight the terrorists?
Even though they can go and bring the gorilla Oriano, they know whom they are the one calling the thief. They are the one putting the load outside for the thief to see. Don't worry about this thief finger. Why don't you think what your children can become tomorrow? Then sit down and do on your table and do your own job. You know, some people can sell their father's house and travel to America if they believe they can do better there. But if the house is still there and they are not getting job, how much the tenant is going to pay them? Don't worry. Allow the good Lord who is there. You remember the time of Idiagmo. You remember the time of Samkara. You remember the time of Do. You remember the trying time of Bashi in Sudan. You remember all these things. You remember Samuel Do. Then you remember the Idi Amin of Uganda. All of them. Everything has been swept into the carpet.
Samuel Do ruled for 10 years in Monrovia.
Don't worry with feet.
Yes, with feet, sir. Yes.
So don't worry. Let anybody come. It's a level playground. Don't worry. If your mother want to contest, let him do a consult. And if you two, if Ogieba want to contest, release him to go. But don't sell off his seat. He can still come back when he lose.
Honestly, it has been so interesting. We have to have a short break now. Then by the time we come back with the prophets, we're going to be talking about the agitation in the Yoruba land and the fate of Chief Sunday Igboho, who was recently arrested and incarcerated in Republic of Benin when he was being hunted by the Director of State Security Service in Nigeria. And we're also going to talk about some other issues around the proposal, what the Lord is showing for the Yoruba nation, and is it possible? Then what's going to be the fate of Chief Sunday Igboho, and some other issues, especially around the social order in Nigeria, in Africa, and around the world. Till then, please join us at the short break. After the short break, God bless you.